Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about all of the fragrances that I wore last week. So I don't know what happened, but I wore so many fragrances last week. It's insane. Like usually I have 7 or 8. I think I've got 11. So yeah, I wore a lot last week. So I'm going to jump right in. Okay, and these are in no particular order. So I wore this fragrance last week. I just picked this up from TJ Maxx. This is Derek Lam 10 Crosby, and this is called Looking Glass. And like I said, I picked this up at TJ Maxx because, number one, because it was only $16.99 for this big bottle. This is a 1.7, well, not big bottle, but 50 ml for $16.99. And I also remember somebody having recommended this to me at one point, so I was like, ooh, I'm gonna grab that. This is beautiful. This is a gorgeous, like, magnolia-based fragrance. I love Magnolia. And yeah, this is just really beautiful. I did wear this to work one day, and the girl that I work for, she was like, I like whatever that perfume is that you're wearing today, and it was this one. So she said it smelled really like fresh and it wasn't overpowering. So yeah, she really liked this one. So anyways, that is and this one lasted, I would say I got a good 6 or 7 hours out of this before it faded to where it would need to be reapplied. So lasting power on this is not bad at all. Like 6 or 7 hours works for me. And especially at this point in my life, I'm like, oh yeah, if I can get 6 hours out of it, I'm happy. So yeah, anyways, that is Looking Glass from Derek Lam at 10 Crosby. Okay, next I wore a vanilla fragrance. I was just craving this fragrance. This is Montale Paris Vanille Absolu, and this smells like vanilla cake. Yeah, I love this. This is a yummy, cakey, sweet, fluffy, like vanilla frosting type or kind of vanilla. It's just gorgeous. It lasts absolutely forever on me too. Like I can spray this on and 12 hours later, I will still smell this. This is one of the longest lasting vanilla fragrances I have in my collection. This came from a lovely, lovely viewer very early on in my channel. She sent this over to me, and yeah, I have treasured it because I absolutely adore this fragrance. I think they have a fragrance called Vanilla Cake, and I want it so bad. I just have a feeling I would absolutely love it. So anyways, that is Montale Paris Vanille Absolu. That is a beast of a vanilla. Okay, next, this is one that I wore this because I really wanted to make a decision as to whether I'm going to keep it in my collection or not, because I have something else that smells very similar to it. And this one isn't the best on my skin chemistry. This is Trussardi Donna, and this is the EDP formulation. This is such a beautiful fragrance. It's like a sweet, clean, very slightly soapy floral, but mostly it's just a sweet floral. I love this. This is like signature scent worthy. This can be worn any time of year, any time of day. It's just a perfect, like easy to reach for fragrance. However, my Orlov from Orlov Paris fragrance smells like so similar to this. It's not worth having both in my collection. And this one actually, on my skin, it doesn't mesh that great with my chemistry. Like I can get away with it, but it does start to go a little bit like sour cleaner on me. Yeah, like household cleaner, and not in a good way. Whereas my Orlov does not do that at all. My Orlov stays beautiful and sweet and floral on me all day. So yeah, this one you will see in a declutter video because I love it. It's a beautiful fragrance, but it just doesn't mesh great with my skin chemistry, and I have something else that smells almost identical to it. So yeah, anyways, that is Trussardi Donna. I'm glad I was able to make up my mind on that one. Okay, this next one is one that I just got. It just came in the mail this past week, and I have already worn it twice. This is Jean Paul Gaultier La Belle Le Parfum. Is this intense? Yes. Eau de Parfum Intense. So I knew it had intense in the name. I love this. I wish it had like, I don't have the collar on my 1 ounce bottle of the original La Belle either, but I do have like a little, like one of these little guys that holds the sprayer that has like a little flower on it, and I wish it at least had that, but it's okay. This is a gorgeous bottle. I love the dark ombre. It's so beautiful. I love this fragrance. It's like La Belle, but it's darker, it's richer, it's more sultry smelling, and it is an absolute beast, just like La Belle is. Both of them, I mean, I could easily get 12 hours and have. I wore this yesterday or day before yesterday. I think I wore this day before yesterday, and I sprayed it on when I got ready in the morning. That morning, it was probably about 10 o'clock or so, and I wore it all day long. I never once reapplied it. I went to bed. I woke up the next morning and I could still smell this on my skin. I mean, it is just an absolute beast of a fragrance, just like the original La Belle is as well. So anyways, I love this. This is a stunner. I just love it. If you like La Belle, I think you would probably like this. And if you don't like La Belle, I don't think you would like this either, because they do smell quite similar. So anyways, that is Jean Paul Gaultier La Belle Eau de Parfum Intense. Okay, this next one I just started craving. I'm going to need to pick up a full bottle of this again. I don't know why I ever got rid of my full bottle the first time. This is Jessica Simpson Fancy, and I just picked up, this is a little 1/4 ounce bottle that I picked up from Fragrance Net. I love this fragrance. This is a yummy, sugary, like vanilla amber fragrance. It does just smell like it's got kind of like a burnt aspect to it, the way that pink sugar does. It's got kind of like a burnt sugar aspect to it. I just love this. I wore it to bed the other night. I was just craving it. It's such a beautiful fragrance. So yeah, I need to pick up another full bottle of this because I'm gonna blow through this little 1/4 ounce pretty quickly. I've only used it twice and it's already like a 1/4 of the way gone. So anyways, that is Jessica Simpson Fancy. And that one doesn't perform all that well. I'll get, if I wear it like not to bed, I'll get, I don't know, 2 hours out of it, maybe 3 if I'm really lucky. And I overspray a whole bunch. It is so humid out. My hair is just like super frizzy. I can't stop it. Okay, this next one, I love this fragrance. My husband does not like this fragrance at all. This is Chanel Chance, and yeah, he told me I smelled really, really mature the day that I wore this. I love this though. This is like patchouli and some flowers and some citrus in the top. I love this. This is super classy smelling, very classic smelling. And I just adore Chanel Chance. I did overspray quite a bit, which might be why it was like a little bit too much for him, because I did just overspray a lot. This is a great performer for me anyways. This is the Eau de Parfum formulation. I do have a little bit of the EDT as well, which I'll have to test that one and see how that one lasts. But this one lasts forever. This got me through the entire day. I put it on in the morning and I didn't have to reapply. I could still smell this like when I went to bed that night. So yeah, great performer. I just love Chanel Chance. It smells so classy and like classic to me. It just smells like a grown woman. Ugh, I love it. It's just a beautiful, like quintessential Chanel fragrance. So that is Chanel Chance Eau de Parfum. Okay, this next one, I could not put this away. I pulled this out for for part 1 of my fall video, part 1 of my fall series. I will be filming part 2 soon here. This is Yesterday Haze from Imaginary Authors, and oh my gosh, do I love this fragrance. This is like a creamy, nutty fig. This is like a gourmand fall winter fig. I think this has got walnut in it, like a walnut note. It's got a whipped cream note and fig, and it is beautiful. You get a little bit of earthiness from the walnut, like a little bit of an earthy nutty note. You get this beautiful like creamy fluffiness from the whipped cream, as well as a little bit of sweetness, and then the beautiful fig. Oh, it's such a unique fig fragrance as well. It's just everything. I love it. And I'm so glad, because I was worried that because my Molinard fig was like a no-go for me after I got sick and I was wearing that, I was afraid that other fig fragrances that I wouldn't like them either. But no, this is perfect. It's beautiful. So anyways, that is it. Lasts forever too. Great performer. This one I sprayed it on in the morning, never had to reapply. I can still smell it at night. You can smell it on clothing for days. It's just beautiful. So anyways, that is Yesterday Haze from Imaginary Authors. Okay. Next, this is another one that I pulled out for my part one of my fall video, and I could not put it away until I wore it. I adore this fragrance. This is DKNY Golden Delicious, and this is my favorite of these Be Delicious fragrances. This one, it's raining. Oh yes, it's raining. This one is sweet and warm. This reminds me of the fall. Though I think this could be worn any time of year. I think it would, and it did do just fine in heat. It was still a little warm out when I wore it. But this is just beautiful and warm. It's apple. It smells like fall. I just love this. I think it's got a red apple note in it, but it's not too sweet, because it's got whatever is in the base. Whatever base notes are in this really ground it, so it's not overly sweet. It's just beautiful. It's like I said, my favorite version of Be Delicious is this Golden Delicious. So yeah, and my husband loves this one too. Every time he smells this on me, he's like, oh, you smell so good. I said, yep, I know. I love this fragrance. So DKNY Golden Delicious. Okay, this next one. This is one that when I first got it, it was really hot out. I put it away and I was like, you know what? When it starts to cool down, I'm going to pull this back out and give it a good test. And yes, these I think are going to work so much better in cooler weather than in warm weather. This is Pascal Morabito and is called Pure Perle. Pure Perle. This is deceiving. The contents and what I smell does not match the bottle or the name at all. I would imagine in this beautiful white pristine bottle with a name like Pure Perle that it would be like a clean fragrance, maybe even a soapy fragrance, that it would be bright and light and good for hot weather. But this is like yummy smelling. This has probably got some kind of vanilla, caramel, praline, something like that in it. It's sweet. It's gourmand smelling. It's yummy. Oh my goodness, I love this. And yeah, I wore this in, it's not quite cool enough yet for it, but it did perform way better in a little bit cooler weather. So I'm really excited to give this a try in like really cool weather, like down in the 60s, 50s. Yeah, because I just think it's going to be stunning. It's such a beautiful, yummy fragrance. And yeah, the bottle does not match the contents of this at all. Oh, it is so good. But even with just a little bit cooler weather, I was able to get a few more hours out of this than in the heat. So yeah, I definitely got a good 5 or so hours out of this. I'm hoping in really cool weather that I can get 6 or 7 hours out of it, and then I'll be happy. Yeah, this is such a beautiful, like, cheapy perfume. It's so worth the price. There are so many more I want to pick up from Pascal Morabito because I just think that they make great fragrances. This one is so good. So anyways, that is Pure Pearl. Okay. Next, I have got these fragrances. These came in a 3-pack. These are from Nobile 1941. Nobile 1941, I think, is the name of it, that house. It's a niche house. You can get these little 3-packs of different scents on Lucky Scent for, I think, $80 for a 3-pack. These are 1-ounce bottles. So you get 3 ounces of perfume for $80, which is not bad. I wore this one first. This is the number 2 one. And the only way I know that the difference, or that this is the one that I really like, is that it's the one that's got the like little bow and the little gem on it, which I'm glad. It differentiates it because I know I really like this one. There we go. So yeah, and this one is number 2. This is my favorite by far. This is a beautiful, like, creamy, tart rose fragrance. It's almost like a gourmand rose. I mean, this smells like, it almost smells like something you could eat. It's like rose and whipped cream. Which I don't know what the actual notes are in it. I'll have to look it up, but it is like, it smells like rose, like a whipped cream. Or maybe like a sweet rose whipped cream. It's so beautiful. I love this one. This one lasts forever on me too. I think I wore this twice. Yeah, I want to say I wore this twice and I loved it. I was just in heaven, and I only had to apply once, and it got me through an entire day. Like, yeah, this one is gorgeous. So this is called Rosa Incantavole. That's what and I think there's one called Bonbons, which I think is supposed to be more caramel centric. And then there's another one that's more chocolate centric. So they've got different sets. I really want the Bonbon one that is caramel. I think that that's what it is. But anyways, yeah, this one I adore, is like my favorite. This one, on the other hand, this is the number 1. And I'm just going to have to remember that I don't like the number 1. Yeah, this one is more sharp, crisp. This is more of a like, yeah, more of like a sharp, crisp, citrusy rose. And it's pretty, but this smells like industrial cleaner on me. It smells like a household cleaning product on my skin. So yeah, I don't love this one. I pulled it out to try and figure out which ones of these I like. I still need to test the number 3 one to figure out if I like that one. But yeah, this one I think is going to end up going up on Mercari because I just don't like the way this smells on me. And then last but not least is the fragrance that I'm wearing today. I adore this fragrance. This is Ocean Pacific, and this is called Summer Breeze. This is such a nice, inexpensive, like hot weather fragrance. This is really refreshing. This has got coconut in it, but it's a really light coconut that is, this might have like pineapple or something. It just smells really, really juicy. It smells like maybe like a coconut pineapple combination. It's really, really beautiful. It's a very different take on like a beachy kind of fragrance. It's just this really beautiful kind of juicy, very light coconut fragrance. I just adore it so much. So yeah, this one performs really, really terribly though. So I sprayed this on before I went to work this morning. It lasted maybe 2 hours, through my day. I couldn't smell it anymore. But I just sprayed it on. But I did only spray it on skin. I did not have clothes on yet when I sprayed this on. So that probably has to do with why it performed so badly. But yeah, just a minute ago after when I got home, I reapplied this and I sprayed it all over my clothing as well as my skin. And yeah, it'll last a lot longer that way. I'm thinking I'll get maybe 4 hours out of it this time, spraying on clothing and hair. So yeah, it definitely isn't the best performing fragrance in the world, but I love the way this smells, and I am definitely willing to reapply it, especially for the really inexpensive price tag on this one. So yeah, that is Ocean Pacific Summer Breeze. And that is going to be it, guys. Those are all of the fragrances that I wore last week. I do hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.